Hey folks, welcome back to Pixelology 101. We're on part 3 of our mini arc in which we go back through and talk about episodes we've already recorded for Martian Gothic Unification. In this episode, we will be desperately trying to solve the mystery of a pumice stone, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
And then going on from there.
Oh my god.
It's not much of a mystery. It's you give the pumice stone to Ben Gunn.
Well, the real mystery, the one we're all dying to know, is where we hid this stupid scarab.
I know where it is. I put it. It's in the worst possible location I ever could have put it in.
Literally. I bet it. I told you. Like, the moment we started this, I was like, I bet you I know where you put it. Oh, man, this will be fun when we get back to the main episodes.
Can you imagine this game with advanced lighting nowadays?
I've always wondered how you would take a game that was from, like, the PlayStation 1 era and obviously build it on a new, like, rebuild this on Unreal Engine 4 or on Fox Engine. Everything should just be rebuilt on Fox Engine.
If you could remake a horror game, I think it'd work really well in first person the entire time. Something like this. Like tight corridors. You want to have that feeling of confinement, of solitariness, being alone, and first person would make it a lot better. Like, what if you played Resident Evil the entire time on a first person basis and it was slow? Like, if you just basically put eyes on the character themselves.
I like how she's halfway turning around, gets shot, turns back around, the blood comes out of the front of her, and then she falls over dead. I don't know about the first person part, but I do think, like, the best possible survival horror game would be one where you take this feel, this aesthetic, and this environment and just upgrade it. Aesthetic. Yeah, aesthetic.
Potato.
So you mean like the GameCube Resident Evil? You just want to upgrade the 3D.
We always come back to that, but yeah, it's pretty much the GameCube Resident Evil.
It's a Resident Evil ripoff, obviously.
It's the perfect. Well, and that is the perfect example of how to do a remake right. It is the best remake I've ever seen, and over the years, I've played a couple different remake games, or reimaginings or reboots, and none of them quite ever hit to that level that remake does.
Right here, I was regretting not using the Sayonara because they're all coming at me a lot.
Piercing damage, it would have been amazing. Well, the hypothetical piercing damage, we've actually never proved that the gun has piercing damage, if I recall correctly. But it's assumed it would be, because it doesn't stop when it hits one zombie. Oh, and then he's going to do his crank attack. He's going to work his crank really hard for the next couple seconds. Okay, so wait. You still have the scarab.
Yep, he still has it.
You grab the pumice stone.
Here we go. And dark clipping through the 3D environment, the preloaded texture. Oh my god!
And then it just doesn't even bother.
Right,
it doesn't even bother. It's just like,
why even put a wall above it then if you're gonna do that?
Where? Oh yeah, yep, there. You were talking earlier about how you build that internal map in your head, and I have in small sections of this map. I know exactly where everything links up. I don't know that I could draw the full scale of the map, but I know where everything...
It's just the worst thing about these kind of isometric 3D horrors is that the camera angles love to go back on you. Yeah. They love to show this kind of camera angle. It loves to show you running towards it.
I hate it. I've never beaten a single Crash Bandicoot game because I hate those sections in Crash Bandicoot where you're running towards the camera.
Oh, you have to predict.
I hate it. It feels stupid. It doesn't feel fun. Like, it's not good gameplay to me. I loathe that. And I've never been able to beat a Crash Bandicoot game because of that. Like, I just can't do it.
At least the AI in this game are simplistic. I can literally stand in this corner where two zombies are down the corridor for me and they won't attack him. Yeah. They won't attack him. I can just stand right here and he'll be fine. So look at that. They got scared when I went out the gun.
Remember too, we were talking during these episodes about long running mascots for franchises. Mm-hmm. And I cannot think of a single thing from PlayStation's history. What do you think PlayStation's most iconic character is?
Now
like when you
back
say
then?
No, just in general. When you say PlayStation, when I think of PlayStation, What do I think of? Like, what's that? What is the character?
That's pretty
Maybe
tough.
that's the genius of PlayStation. For everyone, it's somebody different. Because when you think of Nintendo, oh, it's Mario. Everyone thinks Mario.
Yeah, obviously.
But
Mario.
when it's like you say PlayStation to somebody, maybe they think of, oh, this is my favorite character. For me, it's Nathan Drake. So maybe they're like, oh, this is my favorite character. So when they think PlayStation, they're going to associate it with their favorite character.
Yeah, but I think
that is
I think
true. It's all
Nintendo
about
has a
favorites.
wide range of absolutely amazing. What use are you? I love Ben Gunn. What use
It's
are
not.
you?
His name is not Ben Gunn.
No, it's
It's like some whatever.
something star. It was literally
See,
in the last
he
episode.
said this line about the red tag, and you could see it. He now puts it down, but he says the exact same line when he gives it to you.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
It really
See,
doesn't.
it's gone from my inventory. There was no heads
Wait,
up about
okay, but you're playing as Karn. Okay. For a second, I thought that the Scarab was gone too, and I was like, "What? Was that glitched?"
it's
But
not.
I would have been, yeah,
that.
this
I've
is
been
good.
mad.
But see, I don't necessarily because when I think of Nintendo, I actually think of Link first, Legend of Zelda.
Well, so do I. But what are the majority of
But the
people
most
think?
iconic
I mean, yeah,
was Mario.
And he is their mascot. It's like Mickey Mouse for
Look at that little stick figure on a desert island full of sharks all around. That's
Right.
him.
Like me.
To see a ghost,
Try
is
more
to
Violet.
be a ghost. We're all ghosts. Remember, we killed one with the side gun.
Yeah.
So red tag is in Carnby Street. Yay!
I think we end up sending that to Matlock, don't we?
Yeah, there's a vac tube right in here.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
He's so excited. He just
is.
hops up quickly, and then he just trash
I
talks
don't
you.
even know the point of doing that. Why not just have him standing there the whole time?
Because he's hiding.
I mean, I guess if he was hiding the first time, okay, yeah. But
Well, it's meant to be a shock. That was their equivalent of a jump
they
scare.
could have had it the first time and then him stand up the entire time. You know.
I think this game was just trying to be smart, honestly. With that whole fourth wall reference when it comes to why it's like a survival horror type thing. And if you saw that graffiti on the wall, it said like creative unreality. What kind of graffiti?
Yeah, I totally forgot.
See, look at that. Creative unreality on top of the monster up there. You see it?
Yeah.
I think this game is just trying to be like so high up in terms of intellect. But why? What's the end point of that?
Yeah, just stand out from Resident Evil somehow.
That's stupid. Just make a good game.
Yeah,
you don't
but
have to be all hoity-toity about what's in the game.
The road to evil is paved with good intentions. The road to stupid is paved with smart intentions. Like, they wanted it to be impressive.
No one's ever said the road to.
What
Well,
kind of
I just
lie?
did now.
Uh,
2015, quoted by Devin.
The
road to
I hope
stupid.
these audio logs
the
all get
road-
messed up now too.
The road to stupid is paved with smart intention. If these audio logs get messed up, Nate, you're gonna be getting a visit from the old
You're
Sandman.
gonna get beat just instantly.
You're gonna get beat.
There's no subtlety about it. You gonna get beat, Nate. You gonna get beat. Just Professor Devin.
Another one of my 2015 quotes. Professor.
Wait,
Nate,
did you just hear that?
You're going
It's like an
beat.
alarm going off.
That's the
know.
music.
That's some music.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Where do you put this scarab? It's not even funny.
It is.
I still
kinda-
have
it
the
is-
scarab.
It
Know
is
where it
kind of
goes.
funny.
I mean, it is.
It's
Here, folks,
incompetently
if you
funny.
watch very carefully right here, you might notice the exact moment where we screw ourselves over. Yay!
Hey, at
Oh,
least
man.
it isn't Res Evil saving stuff.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh my god,
could
with
you imagine?
the ink ribbons.
We would just be so far gone. We'd be like 10 whole episodes.
All things considered, there's certainly worse alternatives. It's not like we lost everything, but still, it's amazing to me how when you're playing old games, I know it happened to me a lot, but old games, there were a lot of games where you could just save over and lock yourself out of something or permanently mess yourself up. Now,
That still happens in games to this day.
yeah,
Some of them. It's very rare nowadays.
It is rare because games are designed a little bit better.
But it reminds me of like playing Halo, and I get a checkpoint when I jump off a cliff, and I just reload the same checkpoint, and I just have to just start all over.
I remember by the end of Halo 3, I just started checkpoint rushing that game. because I was so...
Where you were playing on like the hardest
The
difficulty.
last- yeah,
Halo,
Legendary.
Halo 3, I think, is the easiest Halo, though. Like, you can breeze through that.
Yeah, but I didn't want to bother with it. Like, those last couple missions were not Halo's peak.
I remember.
I
when
mean,
you
the
had
last mission of Halo 3 is amazing, but the
Yeah,
two
the
missions
driving.
preceding that, I was literally just like, let's run through this.
Is that where you're, like, in the desert on the tank? Or...
No, I think he's talking about the one where you had to like assault a citadel in the snow with all the flood assaulting you. I remember that one because I kept running out of ammo. And
Speaking
it was
of
really
which, what do
pissing
you
me
think
off.
the chance is that the Flood get mentioned at some point in
You
Halo
mean
5?
re-brought into Halo?
Possibly. I don't think so, though. I think that story arc is done. Like, I'm not saying
What's-
they're not going to get mentioned. But I
What's the
don't think they're
new
gonna
story arc, though?
be- Like,
This traitor? Like what did Master Chief do?
I don't know.
Well,
It's
and
like
that's-
Forerunners.
Did he deny
We were literally
us Ascension? Is that what he
We
did?
were literally just talking about this a couple minutes ago with Assassin's Creed in our time. But yeah, what is Halo's new... Scarab's still there. What is Halo's new
If anyone wants it.
story arc? What am I supposed to be looking forward to? Because that's what makes trilogies fun, is because you're looking forward to the next game in the series to see how it continues. What am I looking forward to in Halo 5 and Halo 6? Like, at the end of Halo 4, once you've gone through everything in Halo 4, once Halo 4 is all said and done, what was your motivation to look forward to Halo 5?
I had none. All I know is I killed a giant Promethean. I had no idea what happened. That was it. I don't remember the story at all.
I was just happy Halo ended and it wasn't a goddamn cliffhanger like Halo 2. It pissed me the hell off.
Well, that was because
Weren't
Halo
they all
2...
technically cliffhangers with Master Chief ending?
One ended just fine because you destroyed Halo and you're heading back to Earth. Okay, cool, that's fine. And then 3 ended like, okay, yeah, he's floating out into space, but the Human Covenant War is over and the Flood is dead. So there's closure there. The ending of Halo 2, there's no closure. Cortana's missing. You're heading back to Earth looking for this arc thing, and you have no idea what it is. And it just ends right in the middle of the story.
But that's because Halo 2, and you can tell, when you look back at Halo 2,
Halo 2 is a long
you can
game.
tell that the entirety of Halo 3 was meant to be like a last couple missions for Halo 2. Because there's so much stuff you do in Halo 3 that's just like time wasting. The entire time you're in that underground, or that air base where the Pelicans take off of them, it's like the third mission in Halo 3 when you go back to the base, you meet up with Keyes, she talks to you, you run all the way through this underground. Yeah,
Halo, the original Halo you're talking about?
No, Halo 3. Miranda Keyes.
His daughter.
Oh.
His daughter.
Oh,
You land in this. They're
Sorry.
in this like docking station.
In, like, the
Chief
jungle.
talks to Keyes. He runs to one end of the docking station. Something bad happens right where he was, and he runs back. Like, there's so many missions in Halo 3 that just feel like a giant amount of time wasting. And I like Halo 3. I think Halo 3 is a good game.
Halo 1 had a lot of time wasting too, because remember
Yeah,
at
it
the
did.
end you went all the way back.
through a level.
But
I
if
remember
you look at the Halo games, of all of them, Halo 2 is the most dense. It has the most information happening.
So many missions
in that mission.
in Halo
Yeah.
2.
And you can tell that they probably just made it as Halo 1 and Halo 2. They got near the end of Halo 2. They probably didn't have enough budget or time before it was supposed to be out.
They were like,
They knew what they were doing?
Gonna, like, this is going to be a huge
Yeah,
ass game.
we could stretch this into a
If we
third
make a cliffhanger, people are going to buy the third one.
That's
Oh.
where we mess up.
No, well, it's because the monster prematurely ran past. Like
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
already in mid stride. That was weird. But yeah,
They do that with every franchise. Look at Pirates of the Caribbean. They made one. It's a complete story in and of itself. They didn't make two. They made two. Two ends on a cliffhanger, so you want to watch it. God of War 1 stands on its own as a story. God of War 2 comes out.
It's
It's
'cause
on a cliffhanger because they're going to make God of War 3.
they know you're hooked. It's just like Back to the Future. Back to the Future, just like that one too. Back to the Future 2 ends on a
It does end
cliffhanger.
on a cliffhanger.
Can you think of any sequel that really doesn't do that?
Metal Gear Solid 2 ends on a cliffhanger because you're like, who the hell are these Patriot people? But there's still some closure. in
Yeah,
Metal Solid
but-
2.
well,
Call of Duty
and
has
there
their
was,
own kind of self.
there was never meant to be. Kojima said in many interviews that he wanted to end with 2. So those were just meant to be 2
Really?
games that worked together. Yeah, he
Yeah.
wanted to end with 2. He never wanted to make 3. From Metal Gear Solid 3 on,
Well, I'm
Kojima
glad he
just
made
didn't
3.
want to work on him.
3 was
yeah.
like the
I'm
best.
glad he
Metal Gear
made
Solid.
4 because it ended the story.
It closed everything.
Yeah. Even characters you didn't see, like...
Even
Meryl,
Johnny.
Meryl
Even
and
freaking
Naomi
Johnny.
and Johnny, all these characters you haven't seen since, like, the first game. They're like, bam, here they are. Here's their story.
I love how they like had what was that lady's name from the first one? Just Mary.
There's
John,
something in this room.
The cyborg Raiden.
There is something in this room that we have not done yet.
No, I think we have. I remember you
No,
told me to
on
examine
the other
every...
side. I know on this
Oh,
side of the room.
this is the vaccine room. This is some room that deals with vaccine creation. This is a biolab. This is why we're collecting the blood samples, even though we had no reason why we were collecting blood samples in the first place.
Until this point.
This is the other password. Six letters. Triune. Trident. Triune. Triune. You didn't realize, but it was like 3-1. Triune.
Yeah. No, that was so stupid. That reminds me of the first time that I
Trident
realized that it was or Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos. I was like, oh, uno, dos, tres. You guys ran out of ideas there pretty quickly, huh, Game Freak? Well, to be fair, you had 150 Pokemon in that first batch. That was a decent number.
They ran out of ideas so long ago, man. You had garbage cans as Pokemon. Garbage.
I can't even play the more recent Pokemon. I think it was Pokemon X and Y. I played for like 20 minutes. You literally cannot lose.
What?
The first part of the game, you have this other character follow you around for like the first major part of the game, like the first little bit. And if you get close to dying, she instantly goes, "Let me just heal you right back up right here now. Don't worry about losing, kid."
That was one thing I liked about like old school games. Like when you first started out, you were like, even like Legend of Zelda, you have 3 hearts. You're not fighting the hardest enemies, but you have 3 hearts and you can't take very many hits. And you don't have like the boomerang or the bombs. You don't have any items taken. So you're taking guys on with your sword.
I did not remember that classic line right there. And the bacteria looked back. What? With what? How?
But Nate has one of the biggest points the gaming industry is suffering because of this. Games are becoming so catering to the players now that it's basically playing itself.
It's because gaming is so mainstream now. Because it used to be, gaming was niche. Only gamers played games. So, like, they dealt with all the hard stuff to like, oh, that's what makes you a gamer is you want to do this hard thing, you want to do these challenging things. Now it's like everyone plays games. So when someone makes... Another thing is, games cost so much money to make now, and so they're like, we have to have the biggest audience we can possibly have because we have to make as much money as we have. So we have to incorporate shooter elements, we have to incorporate RPG elements, we have to incorporate elements from all these different genres. So people that like those genres are going to have some investment in this game and going to want to buy our game.
The good thing, though, is I think overall is that this bubble will burst a lot faster than Hollywood's will.
I think it will too. I think the gaming industry is going to
probably very vocal.
It's going to see another crash here soon, like we had in, what was it, 82 or 84?
Yeah, the ET game.
Yeah, where the game market just crashed. I think we're going to see something like that again. Maybe like independence and stuff, because like all the AAA developers are just oversaturating and putting so much money into games and advertising, and eventually it's not going to last forever.
It won't.
People are going to stop buying that stuff. And then they're going to be like, well, all these game companies just went out of business.
And you have our current philosophy or mindset by major gaming companies is like, how can we get extra money? Like microtransactions.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Did you see Destiny for Halloween? You can buy the Thriller dance for $10.
What?
$10.
$10
to dance like Michael Jackson in a video game. But it's like...
It's like... Destiny is like an MMO to consoles, though.
It is. But those emotes, that microtransaction mentality of like, how can I squeeze more money? And let me be very clear here. It's not like Destiny is the only people on the block doing this.
That is true.
Everybody's doing microtransactions.
Have you seen Syndicate?
Or Payday 2 that said they wouldn't have microtransactions, then added microtransactions?
You know, I'm genuinely considering, I'm going to see if there's a way that I can get Payday 2 returned.
Yeah,
I do not like it.
No
anymore.
way. You're in too deep. There's no way.
I'm way too deep.
I have hundreds of hours logged in that game. There's no way I
installed it. I got extra 36 gigs right there.
Yeah, there you go. I uninstalled it too because that is a lot of space that game takes up.
Yeah, especially if you have some of the DLCs. Plus, they had free DLCs and updates as well. So there's just tons of crap.
I don't know why they didn't even try and talk to the fans and be like, look, we're gonna add in microtransactions for XYZ. They just did it.
Yeah, and they did it during like Crime Fest, which is supposed to be like a big huge
Event.
everyone play Payday kind of thing. And did they introduce
just love
it
this
when
all
the game was the game
when they
free
come
at
out.
that point?
The-
Was it
the
like
stupid
free
songs.
weekend when they did that? I think.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, you didn't buy the game. You're playing free weekend, so you get the game free for a couple of days. Why don't you give us like $5 or something for a drill? So you can get a skin for a gun,
$5 for a
for a
drink.
gun you don't have.
And you won't get for a while because Payday 2's loot system is notorious for just not
okay,
giving
what
you
if
what you're
what
looking
about
for.
this? Like, what if you get the skin for a gun that's a DLC gun that you don't have the DLC for? And so let's say you paid $2. I think it's $2.50 for a drill. Let's say you
Per
did
drill,
that,
yeah.
and then you got a skin, but you don't have that gun. It's like,
Well, then you're shit out of luck.
yeah, exactly. It's like you just wasted $2.50. What's the point of that?
It's just like Counter-Strike or Dota, you
Yeah,
know?
but Counter-Strike and Dota don't have DLC that adds guns.
No, I'm talking about for just these... Because, they
The
have the
cosmetic
chests and, like, the
Man,
loot items, like the random...
Another thing that gets me about Payday 2 is like, yeah, okay, it was only a $30 game, but they have over $100 worth of DLC for you to buy. So it's not like they're not making money. They're constantly releasing DLC for this thing and making money. So they're not like, oh, we only released the game and now we can't make any more money off it because people aren't buying it. They're playing it. They're not buying anything else. No, people are buying DLC
You know what?
left
Payday
and right
2
for
is-
that game.
You know
so
what?
Why do you have microtransactions now?
You know what I'm gonna predict? We're gonna see a sharp rise.
Yeah, there's where the save files start like
Disappearing.
Like they're still there, but like the
But
image for them disappeared.
this was weird. I don't think this is a glitch because these disappeared one by one.
Yeah.
They started
Which
at
is
3,
very
and then it goes
yeah.
to 2, then it goes to 1. That's
It
what
was very
freaking scared me.
systematic.
But what I was trying to say is, here's my prediction: in microtransactions, we're going to see a sharp increase in the gambling type.
Yeah.
Like the Dota 2 chests, like the Counter-Strike chests, we're going to see a sharp increase in those kind of transactions. Something where you pay like $2 for a chance to get a super legendary item, because that's the easiest way to make the money. That's the easiest and most gratifying way, because a lot of these people, it's like this instant gratification. Like, oh, there's this. If I pay this little amount, there's a slim chance I can get something really cool for my character, for my car, for whatever.
I think this might backfire, and they might put out like gambling laws and be like, okay, this is technically considered gambling.
It is.
So you're gonna have to be like 21 and able to be able to do this, and it's always gonna go crazy because that's a lot of stuff with the internet, with technology going forward so fast. Laws can't catch up with this fast enough, so eventually it takes it a while until they're like, okay, we have to cut this off here. Like, you could do it before, but now the law says you can't do this anymore.
Yeah, it's just like how long gaming was around before the rating system wasn't effective because of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Well, laws don't come; they come out of necessity.
Exactly.
I can't believe we fell for this, by the way.
How I got stuck in here?
Yeah, this was a stupid idea we came up with where we saw the Trimorph run down the hall. I should be very clear. I came up with this idea. And I was like, yo, just run in there, see if you can find anything in there that we need. Because I thought maybe you could get back here and get an item that would, like, kill the Trimorphs or something. You don't, and we end up wasting, like, 3 minutes in this room before we get killed anyway.
And the one thing is, you can get your character stuck in here because you can possibly hit a dead point by getting her stuck in here because you might switch another character and keep advancing
and then
the
keep
story.
going and then save and then realize, oh crap, she's stuck in here.
Well, apparently we do exit this way because we can use this airlock door with something. We have to come in here at some time. We don't have it.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming we're probably going to get a gun or an item or something that's going to get rid of those insta-kill Trimorphs.
At least this one. At least
this one.
Maybe we can take it. Maybe it's stuck in the decontamination chamber. You can see it's right there, so maybe we can activate it remotely, kill it that way, or at least scare it. This is a very awkward position to see where that blood's squirting out. Just so you guys know, it's incredibly awkward.
The animation on this is not the best. It's not my favorite. Yay, Martian Gothic Unification.
And see, all of them are here.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're all here.
So why is it happening only in game?
I'm thinking it's because that marker, that's how it's showing how much time we have left, or how many saves we just have left. I can't save anymore, or else I'm just going to die or something.
It's so weird. Why would it happen in such a specific way?
Devin, this game tells us nothing in the first place.
I know, but it's just so odd how it's done, or it's so odd how that's designed.
It is incredibly odd.
not.
Oh, let me go back.
I just love how that whole hallway looks like it's tomato sauce. It does
Yeah.
not look like blood.
Yeah.
It looks
so extravagant. No, I think gaming's in for a lot of trouble over the next couple years. And you know what? I'll say this: I'm super excited for Fallout 4. I can't wait to play it. Do not already be shoving season passes down my throat.
Pre-order the
the other
$30 DLC season pass, and you
Especially
can be
when you haven't
guaranteed.
even announced what's going to be on it yet.
Yeah, and I have no idea if I'm going to like the main game. Now, I'm sure I will probably end up enjoying Fallout 4 quite a bit. It looks like right up my alley, but still.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, what if it turns out that Fallout 4 is as big of a blunder as Arkham Knight was, and they have to cancel they have to cancel so much work on the PC,
By the
or
way,
even
I heard
worse,
that
what
game's
Unity.
coming back the 28th of October.
Arkham Knight?
Yeah,
They're-
on PC.
Who
Was the developers like
who cares?
Rocksteady?
Now?
the
Who
ones?
cares?
Yeah, at this point, it's
Yeah,
been such big
see,
of a disaster that...
They screwed themselves on that. I mean, it probably sold well on consoles because I heard it was really great on consoles. And like I said, I got to run on my PC and it worked okay. It wasn't like the greatest thing ever. But they kind of screwed themselves. They completely took away a third,
God, that's just
maybe
creepy.
even more of their sales. just
See that thing in the
because-
background there? I'm
That's-
sorry, I didn't mean to
that
drop.
that's
I
the
think that's the
vaccine
digital.
chamber.
Oh
yeah, that's the digital
square. I
painting.
think that's the
Yeah.
painting. I think that's where we go.
Yeah. But back to what you were saying, Nate.
I completely forgot.
You were saying,
But this
Arkham
gaming
Knight.
bubble is going to burst.
Oh, yeah,
it's
Arkham Knight,
it's
that's
very
right.
close to bursting, especially with the release of what happened with Arkham Knight because of this yearly
Yeah, yeah.
annual releases.
And how many people are going to want to go back and buy it now? Because it was such a buggy mess before.
I mean-
people are going to be like, oh yeah, I want to get that game now because it was a disaster. when
And
it
all
came
the
out.
reviews I read about it seem to have a general consensus. And I've got to be honest here, I haven't played Arkham Knight yet. But the general consensus that I've seen from a lot of folks, either through Steam or through official review outlets, is that it's not as good as Asylum or City. Like, it's a really great game, it's an amazing game, and it's really cool, but it's not as fun as those older two
These
were.
games are just being released too soon. We're getting so used
Yeah.
to the same gameplay over and over. You're just giving us the same
Yeah, and
thing,
you give
just
us-
a little
you
bit
give us no
wider.
time to get excited for this story again. Because, I don't know...
Like, can you imagine the
Again, I don't know how Arkham Knight's plot goes, but I remember, there was a very quick build-up to it between City's release, relatively quick build-up between City's release and Knight's release. And even less than that, you look at something like Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty. The hype on those is so predictable that we can almost set our clocks by it. Syndicate will come out this month. By December or January, there will be rumors of Ubisoft sending out their surveys, because they've done it every year now, where would you like to see Assassin's Creed go next? And then next thing you know...
next year.
I think, and I don't know which side it is, I think Kotaku or one of them, has had the leak occur for Assassin's Creed 3 times in a row now.
Devin, when you do air quotes, people at home can't see them.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. You're doing air quotes. He did air quotes with the word leak, but he's referencing the fact that of course, it's just marketing. It's all it is. It's not. It's not a leak. It's just,
this leak has happened 2 or 3 years in a row because Kotaku, or who I think it was Kotaku, predicted that Assassin's Creed 4 is going to be pirate themed because they sent out this thing, and then the year after that they were like, the next Assassin's Creed is going to be Revolutionary France, blah 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 blah, and sure enough it was. And then right after Unity launched, all of a sudden they had this thing
It's
again
gonna be
where they
set
were
in
talking about
London.
Victoria, England. I'm like, that's not even leaks. That's just Kotaku being fed information by Ubisoft to purposely hype people up. It's not a leak if it's happened 3 years in a row to the same website at the same time every year. Same with Call of Duty. Every time in March. Oh yeah, we're going to see a big announcement in April or May. May rolls around. Oh yeah, here's the big announcement next month. E3, June hits. E3, Call of Duty shown off. It's just gotten to the point where it's hard to not be
Advanced fish
cynical.
AI.
Yeah.
this marker, man.
Yeah, seriously. But it's just hard not to be really cynical about it by this point.
Well,
Because
that
it doesn't
scream.
feel... I know, it's very effective. Give Martian Gothic Unification some credit. By this point, it has become genuinely unsettling.
There's one
It is.
part
This
in one of
game
these
is-
videos that is actually
Oh
pretty
yeah,
creepy.
I think it is in this one.
It's either this one or the next one.
Yeah. But it's gotten to the point where it's not leaks anymore. It's just these companies being fed info so they can drip feed it to us so that the percentage of the population that genuinely enjoys the game will get excited.
Here we go. We're down to two save files visible. See? That is not a glitch. That is something the game is doing. I cannot believe that's a glitch.
I know, it seems very hard.
It's too coincidental because that was the second time the marker screwed with me, and now I'm down to two of these pictures
instantly. Yeah. And no, I don't.
I was sorry. I was pausing the screen as well because I was freaking out about this. That's why I was lingering on the screen.
But yeah, it's become very hard for me to genuinely believe in anything anymore. And once again, I guess we are done with this episode. We'll catch you back here next time on Pixelology 101 with more Martian Gothic Unification. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe. Have a good day.